Welcome back to the Shadowrum podcast, chummers. My name is Jeremy. Normally I'd be your GM, but we're still in the middle of our guest GM, Lawrence. He's putting up with the group that, well, that's kind of where we're getting the name of the session from. We're going to call this Paging Leeroy. Paging Leeroy. Hope you're enjoying the run so far. We cover a little bit of every plan to do this run. We're now in double digits on the episode, so if you haven't caught up by now, yeah, we don't know what we're doing. As always, we record live in front of a Studio Meeple audience. You can check us out at Malted Meeple in Hudson, Ohio, or maltedmeeple.com. And we are hosted on the Relative Dimension Podcast Network. Check them out at relativedimension.com. I want to thank you guys for keeping up with us for now 10. Wow, double digits. See you guys in a bit.
With my crayon, whatever. With my pen.
Are you trying to be a highbrow guest or just a regular visitor?
I'm going to pose like a concierge type.
And keep your pinky up in the air.
You see some vehicles arriving. Mm-hmm. Pull up into the half circle area that you see. Pull up. There's 3 vehicles.
Are they like armored? Are they like nice?
They look really nice. Like,
okay.
My
I have 5 heads.
5'2".
They definitely look armored, and they're like large size sedans. And now your persona, I think, has to be there. I think.
Will you guys
or you have to take a bunch of noise.
We are sharing the feed that we see with you guys. So you guys will see the vehicles.
Yeah.
I'm using a metalic, so I mean,
it's not a matter of. It's a matter of him where his main body is.
My meat body would probably be wherever we're based out of, so wherever my car's parked. How far away do we want to be? Mile? Half mile?
So a mile is like -2.
You see a guy, one of the...
Can you get the license plates?
And
that was the first thing I said. I was doing it.
Passenger door opens up. That person opens the door to the back. The man gets out. He looks like your target. And then the guy escorts him to
the single guy escorts him to the door?
Yeah. And then he goes into the building with him and then comes out a few minutes later.
Oh, so he walks all the way up with him and out?
You don't think that much time has elapsed, but he enters into the building.
What does the guy look like?
He's human.
Does he have a gun?
Doesn't have any obvious cyberware. You kind of can tell the way he's walking that he feels like he's tough.
But I don't see that he has a gun on it.
It looks like he's probably carrying a pistol.
Okay.
Maybe an SMG underneath in a concealed holster. He's dressed in a suit.
Okay, so he just looks like regular high-end security.
What did the doctor?
The doctor is wearing cargo pants and button-up shirt, no tie.
I'm going to tell you guys that the escort is definitely heavily armed, probably at least 5 guys in these vehicles.
Vehicles are probably armored. All this is just some vocal mics out there.
Yeah.
Well, what if we scaled down inside the building?
Well, I can't scale. I can throw one of you guys probably. I can probably throw him to the 16th floor.
I'll go. You can throw me.
What you can do, we can go get a seesaw. Or we can build a catapult.
Yeah, what's your body?
To this building.
My body is 3, my light body is also 3.
Connected to something else.
And then I have improved sense balance because I am a surfer. And poor self-control thrill seeker.
So
I would volunteer to be thrown.
So we need to rob.
So what you're saying is you're going to be more useful being thrown than you have all run.
Pretty much so.
Moving further away. There's a chance that they might be
in the vehicles, but it's probably separate from the other security systems.
Different leg hold maybe.
So the building's probably its own matrix and physical security perimeter. It transports its own matrix and physical security perimeter. The same thing with his workplace.
What kind of vehicles do I see from the image link? Are they? Are we talking like Euro cars?
They're large armored sedans.
Okay.
So here's the question that may bypass all this. Can we get some blackmail information? I think the go get him may not be so easy.
This guy works for Vivo?
Mitsuhama.
Is he working at one of their main facilities, or is he working at a subsidiary.
I guess he's working at one of the main labs.
Or,
labs.
if we don't have any blackmail information, can we falsify some blackmail information?
After the massage, I would go out to any general area Radio Shack or whatever and acquire 3 micro cameras that have a rating 1 before I have the stuff installed. The maximum anything's going to get is a rating 6 after installation and stuff. We can then get video footage for blackmail material.
Okay.
Basically just all 3 different types of vision, magnification, enhancement, and low light vision. Because each one can only hold 1, so 3 different cameras to be able to get the suite of stuff.
So how do you smuggle this
Where are you
in?
gonna put these in his apartment?
If we can get into it, yeah.
Who are we gonna blackmail him to? Who would he be afraid?
The doors to this location.
I mean, when he
Do they?
gets out of
Well,
the car, I
to
could
be able to
run,
get
grab him, and
him
then take
talking
off.
so we can grab him and go.
Someone who is in a chameleon suit to slip.
The other thing is that we can use that as an
Uh,
idea of who his
seems
last
like that they're open
doll was, and
for
maybe
maybe like
I guess my
2 seconds, 3 seconds
we're-
maybe.
problem. The corporate
So-
knows he gets the dolls.
Okay.
yeah. I'm just
you know,
wondering
yeah,
how
but
often
we
he
get-
goes to them. If it's a daily thing, then we know who the last one was.
I mean, it's
We have
really
data
just
that
enough
we
for
can say,
one
here,
person
look
to
like
walk
this.
through.
True, but
That's what it seems like, and that's what the security will be designed.
Yeah.
Who would he be
So,
afraid of getting that
You could
information?
do it,
But it
but
would be.
it would
I'm
be a
not
little
necessarily
difficult.
as interested in blackmailing and more time figuring out when he's involved.
The doors
Who he was
are
involved
to
with,
the
so we could
building
then
are,
use that information to disguise to look like that
a little
person, come
wider
back
than
saying,
normal, but
I
they're-
forgot something, or I'm a follow-up.
So, wait,
That's fine. I was
glass
just gonna say, I
wide?
don't think blackmail.
Another
Blackmail's
idea.
the wrong term,
the
but
door
that's-
frame is a little wider.
Oh,
We're
so
looking
it
for
opens
details
up
about his
further.
interactions.
It goes like
Yes.
this.
Another idea
Right.
is to have the massage
I'm
parlor,
lost.
spoof a call from the massage parlor.
What do you mean?
Give him
It's
something
wider.
just as that would be like, that would want him to go
So the
down there
opening
and
is
deal with
Yeah, the
sort
opening's a
something
little
else.
wider, so-
And then there's
Okay.
an opening.
Why couldn't they
Well-
call this massage parlor, call him and say,
So,
hey,
like-
you know, we're running a 2-for-1 special right now. You know, you're a
The whole-
client that comes in a lot, and you know, we wanted to give you the heads up.
We've kind of gone off onto this tangent of figuring out what his
The weak point.
bedroom jungle looks like.
Yeah,
We just need to pick him up.
yeah.
It is that is true. But here's what I was thinking.
We bear trap his door.
I can pick him up.
Okay.
Joe,
He is saying
maybe,
things that are true.
What's your strength?
A 12.
Okay.
I can easily pick him up.
That's
You could.
Plan A is we figure out his tastes, have somebody look like that, and say the normal girl wasn't available. They sent me instead, just to get into the room.
Okay.
You have the logs
Then
anyway.
whoever that is tries to get him to leave the building, at which point snatch a dash.
Okay.
Can we
Plan
drug
B,
him?
if she-
Couldn't we drug him while we're
Logic
in the room?
plus
Somehow?
intuition.
Yeah.
Just said
Convince
nobody
him to
can
drink
try
this
to get me to
concoction.
the
Well, he has a
massage
bio
parlor.
monitor.
So I imagine it's a pretty high dice.
So that would
So what's your logic 7?
He has a biomonitor.
No, eight.
We can drop gas into an enclosed space. Everybody triggers.
That's cyber sweet.
So
If we could stage something that somebody says, hey, don't do that, and they pop a gas grenade for response to that, and he just happens to be
I think I have
in
a
the
grenade.
area.
So,
it's computer
so if we
which
need to
brings
gas,
me to which brings me to Plan
Yeah, so
B.
you're,
if we need to
this
gas
is
the
really just
area,
like
we
a
have
data
to
analysis thing where you're looking through
I
the
have
data.
gas
You
mini
get the
grenades.
feeling that he doesn't.
Good.
It's
Or you
not
can just
the
feed you-
same
feed you
woman
chocolate.
Which
every
brings me to
time.
Plan B.
Like he might cycle between them. but
Whoever
there's
goes
a
into the
decent
room
amount
with
of,
them,
I have
I
flashbang
slip
grenades
through
too.
the doors and go with them. I
length
have
between them, but they all have the
6
same look.
neuro stun grenades.
I have
Blonde
smoke
hair.
grenades.
With
Smoke
Since it's
grenades.
unlikely that there's going to be a chem sensor in the room, that will knock him out, and
No,
we can
so I don't mean
I'm
he actually
resistant.
has to come like 4
we can
times
get
a
him
day.
out
They come
through
a lot.
some entrance.
It's
that
just
is
that
not
the
front
women,
door.
like,
Whether it's
he'll
roof
go
access,
through
whether
a
his
bunch
window
and then there'll be a
opens.
while
Out the window,
before it
down the
starts
wall.
over. Do you know what I'm saying?
If his window opens, yes.
Throw him down
He's,
too.
he basically.
Well, I
If for some
would rather
reason
be in the
that
wall,
plan does
you know.
not work,
Throw him down to me.
we
scheduled
we're moving on to Plan C.
next week.
Hitting him en route between
there's
point A to
no,
point
ever
B.
no schedules for him to go
Um,
there.
Plan C is he starts a fire.
You get the feeling from looking at the data
I like
that
Lindsay.
When he starts
he
a fire,
occasionally
on
has
the
a
building,
whim.
You can see
Like
a
a
mercenary
trigger.
You're
What?
guessing that it might be
It's
on like his day off of
by-
his time.
My worry about
But it's
that
not
is
like-
that he will be extricated via a route we
But
don't
like,
have
so
access
you
to.
get idea, like you look through the log
We would
books
need to
and
create
the last time he went
something
there was like
to
2
enable
months
us to
ago.
be able to get in route for that reason.
You're right.
Bad
You
experience.
should bring that down.
No
to
fireworks.
Dodges.
Well, the problem is, if he goes to the safe house, that safe house is going to be heavily guarded.
Right.
Well,
It's still.
The
During
best point to hit
confusion-
him is in between 2 points where he is outside of the usual armor.
That's flashy.
So if we can eliminate car 1 and car 2 while he's in transit, then we just have to deal with their car.
But
that
we have to do it
means
quickly because as soon as we deal with one of the cars, they're going to notify.
Right, so if we do the neurostun outside as he's getting out of the car, somebody's descending from the roof or from the side of the building and hitting him from above, and then we have 2 other people coming in from the sides on either side. We're surrounding him on 4 angles that they see, and we grab and go. Now that we've done all this useful...
I change into my full armor with my riot shield and machine gun.
so just a smash and grab.
You're not a,
Yeah,
you're a high strength, so you're not.
Unless we can somehow get him
Nope.
to the massage parlor, it's going to have to be snatch and grab.
No, we don't need to get into a massage parlor.
But
We
the-
just need to get him out of the building.
But the massage
Right.
parlor is the least guarded place.
But when
And
he
it-
goes
Yes,
Yes,
from
but he's probably not going to the massage parlor anytime soon. You can't rely on it.
Yeah.
told you we should have called him
Well,
for a special.
that's the thing is we need to send him coupons.
Now that we have this information, though, we can set up
brothel.
the special to say, hey, we have, Amber,
Available.
right,
Yeah.
but she's only available here for like the next 2 hours.
It's Sunday.
What day is today?
So today is Saturday.
So tomorrow is his next day off. He most likely would go on his day off.
Yep.
So we can attempt to spoof something to him that says they have a special.
It's 6 p.m. this night. So
But would he call for security to take him from here to there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but it would still be the week one, I think.
Okay.
It
And
might
then-
be a lesser security.
Okay.
We would need to plan something at the site or at the front door to be able to grab him in
There's
route.
going to be a lot less security at the massage parlor than there is here at this apartment.
Well, yeah, because they want to be discreet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot different kind of security.
Right.
It's Yakuza instead of corporate.
Right.
So
Well, don't we have contact with Huza that we could kind of shovel under the rug?
I don't have any contacts with you.
I don't.
No.
No.
Most
Does
of
anybody
them,
have like corporate knowledge skills?
Megacorp law. I have business.
Corporate cyber systems.
bars and clubs.
I have bars and clubs.
Which one's higher between your mega corporate law and
I have bars and
business?
clubs.
Or are they the
They're
same?
both 6.
Roll that.
I have BTL dealers and dentists.
I have tattoos.
Was that
And cooking.
3?
Surfboard manufacturers.
You recall that there is some kind of relationship between Mitsuhama and the Yakuza. So
That's okay.
I'm just.
Oh, right. I don't know anything about
In
it.
other words,
It doesn't
He's
matter.
probably
it's the same
protected.
security everywhere.
Yeah, it's probably he's protected there by them too.
It's not necessarily the same security. It's just that there's a relationship.
By fembots.
Okay.
We will have quick Mitsuhama response time no matter where we try to get it.
Okay.
So this massage parlor, what kind of building is it in?
It's not connected to anything. It's its own separate building. It kind of looks like it may used to have been like old. It was originally built to be some kind of medical office, but it was like a dentist or something that was expanded and changed,
So
Okay.
if we
modified
If
for
we go
to suit
in
the purposes.
Just as a
and
side question, can a biomonitor detect if someone has taken chemicals, or can it only guess that based on the things that the body puts out?
I'm guessing a sufficiently advanced biomonitor can tell toxic intrusion.
Well, I know if you team a biomonitor up with a first aid kit, it can tell you what you've taken and the appropriate doses of things to
It may
counteract
not be
that.
able to. I guess it may not be able to exactly guess what
by
is in the
itself,
system.
I believe.
But I imagine it can tell that like there's some kind of toxin in the system.
Yeah, I believe by itself it would just be able to say, hey, this person's been drugged. Send appropriate response.
Okay, because if it was just based
Would
on the bodily
alcohol
reactions,
trigger?
I mean, we could get in there,
Could.
or someone could
Would
get in there,
alcohol trigger?
pretend to be someone, scare him. He gets freaked out, and then we hit him with the neurostun,
I don't know. Do you
which
have
makes
any
him
like
pass out.
medicine skill?
And the
first aid,
biometer
anything
shows
like
that his heart rate has
Yeah.
gone up for a
You're
little
not
while,
sure.
and then gone down.
You imagine that maybe if it got
And
sufficiently
they know
drunk,
that
it
he
might,
ordered
but
prostitute.
just like a little bit, probably.
So
not.
what if we decide to hit him in the parlor?
We'd have to
You
get
might
him
like
there.
that.
You think that like?
I was gonna say, I have smoke grenades
It would-
that they
I'm
pull.
thinking
would have
we
to be
send in a team
drunk
through the
enough to,
front
like,
door,
really start affecting
and then
his,
we can also send another team in through the roof.
his well-being.
Yep.
Okay.
And here's the thing.
And like impairing his judgment,
Kind
and then it
of
might set off red flags,
magical
so that
security
the
is
blood
that
alcohol
part.
level reaches.
Well, we have to
It's a
check
question we need to answer.
Yeah,
I don't think we ever looked.
but here's the thing, though. If we get into the point, if we get into their system well enough to spoof, then we can also mess with their alarms and slow down and possibly negate their response.
Right.
Which still leaves magical
What sort of
security.
buildings are
Yeah.
around the parlor?
It's a commercial zone, so there's like some restaurants and
Stuff approximately the same height.
yeah, this is a place where most of the stuff is not much taller than 1 story. Maybe a couple
Okay.
of 2-story buildings.
But this area is not as upscale as his apartment, correct?
It's not as upscale, but it's
still
not.
in a good area?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
still in a good area. It's part of the same area that's kind of controlled by Mitsuhama,
Okay.
which means it has a higher security rating than a lot of the other parts of the Marietta district.
Okay.
All right. I need to buy another thing.
You think you would guess that maybe at this part it might be like on the edges, so the security response might not be as like
I still want this.
as quick as if right in his apartment or if you're at the actual like lab.
So,
Don't do
We
this
have
now.
too many plans and not choosing one.
I think we have a plan. I think the plan is
This is the true Shadowrun feel. Where we do so much planning and then just go in and Leeroy Jenkins it.
yeah.
That literally happened in one of the missions that I played in.
Yeah, that
Comic
does
Con
seem
years
to be.
ago.
That's about how 3/4 of them go. So here, my
All
thought
right,
is
so is this time of Leeroy?
Jump the fan through the fence.
we hack in.
Yeah, I got.
I need to buy a gear.
Drive through things.
It's only 15F.
No, I got notoriety for it.
Yeah, good luck.
I need to buy something that's 10,000 million and 15F.
No.
Okay, you probably won't get that in time.
Bummer.
I mean, just in the.
Here's the thing: we hack into their email.
Well, then what about 8R?
I think it's the matter of how much it costs.
Can any of you guys hack into?
Because it's a tactical grapple gun.
Can any of you hack into the toxic cyberware or whatever and turn it off?
Yeah, you can brick cyberware.
Yeah,
It
but
depends on the cyber.
It also depends on the gas.
Turn off the driver's cyber eyes.
if the biomonitor goes silent to wherever it's going, they'll probably start sending the flares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a faster faster way to do that, and that's directional jammer.
He died.
Is it possible to edit the file of that?
We have to spoof that it's still running somehow. I mean,
Could you do that?
Copy it and clone it.
In theory, but it depends on whether it's running on something on its own.
Like, could you basically edit it so that even though there's a toxin in the system, it's still showing that there's nothing
Well,
wrong?
what we can just do is just wrap them in tinfoil. It'll be fine.
Seems legit.
Okay,
No, honestly, what I was going to say, the easier solution is to put them in an area jammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut a couple of those. People think it's noise because everything in the area went dead.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
You can try it. It's actually for 10,000. It's only the delivery time is 2 days. So if you want to try for the grapple gun, you can try it.
No.
Okay.
Wait.
That's not.
What grapple gun has 15F?
The tactical grapple gun.
What do you mean 2 days? I thought it was Saturday and we're attacking him
Yeah.
on
I'm
Sunday.
trying
Yeah.
to get it time.
I'm just saying, I didn't realize it was like a week.
Well,
which is
I mean,
definitely-
The troll can throw you up on the roof. It's no big deal.
Again, we don't have to choose one plan.
Oh no.
You guys want to try and
Do you
get him
wanna
on
go
the
for it?
parlor on Sunday? Let's try and get him to the parlor on
Yeah,
Sunday.
I
That
so
doesn't mean
want
that
to.
he will go.
All right, let's start with that. Then.
Let's start with
Yeah,
that then.
so
Let's try to get him there.
Let's hack into the parlor host. Send the guy. Say, hey, since you've been a little customer, you get a free appointment. And
A free appointment.
How about if I just go with the regular grapple gun because there are too many toys for that one?
so, like,
Which is an 8R 500. Pardon?
Why do you have a grapple gun?
Because it's a grapple
You said
gun.
it's 500 and what?
It's an 8R.
I told you I could throw you at least 15 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just buy one. I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
The reason I want the grapple gun is because it goes with the climbing gear that I have.
Oh,
Do I
okay.
have to spot the host again?
Why do you have a spelunker get up if you're a surfer?
Thrill seeker. You have to be able to get to the beach,
One
man.
that-
Sometimes the beach is down the bottom of the cliff. That's where the best ones are.
Command.
I was so waiting for like a surfing in caves.
Does that?
that'd be awesome.
No, man. Sometimes you gotta get to the private beaches, which are on the edge of the area nobody wants you to be. But that's where the best sand and the best waves
that's a
are.
spoof command, right? That's a thing. Spoof command.
I'll take your word for
Send
that.
a message.
I think it's a gonna be
Trespassing?
sneeze action.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that the word for it?
Does anybody have forgery?
Forgery? Nope.
I can convince you I do.
Can you convince someone else you did?
No, I do
No.
not.
Forgery be used untrained?
I
Oh
don't
no,
think so.
no, it's
Yes.
logic -1. I have it on my list.
It can be used
Oh,
on
okay.
training.
So I would imagine you need forgery to send a message.
I'm all for this. I'll try.
Who has leadership? Whoever has leadership, help.
I don't have ranks. Leadership can't help.
Oh.
I'm going to create.
Hey, help.
There you go.
4 hits.
Okay.
You were inspired.
Yes, I was.
The Dice Tower likes him more than it likes you.
And it comes through when you need it.
So you're trying to kill players.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so we'll say you pretend like you did this in the opposite order, where you forge the message and then you spoof the command to send the message.
Yeah, that's.
That's exactly what you did.
Okay, one more question then. Can I, using a software roll or something, if he responds positively to it or anything like that, have the host send me a message?
Like, interested, check.
Or maybe to a burner comm link.
Do you like her? Exactly.
But something to say, yeah, like forward the message to me, or
I'd say that's part of the forgery.
RSVP the appointment.
No, I would say so here's like the forgery way to do it is to put like on the say respond to this, and then you hope that he sends it to that as opposed to sending it to the real thing. Yes.
Can I anonymously pay for his meeting if he goes?
Yeah, that's a good point, because I didn't know what you guys were going to do when he actually shows up at the place.
No, how much is?
I thought we were going to grab him when we got there.
10,000,
I thought he-
50,000.
well, you paid it. He paid at the end, anyways.
Yeah, I thought he wasn't
so
really
he
paying.
goes in, things start, and then we go in and grab him.
Yeah, that was just miss random.
Are we doing folk?
And it was $2,000.
So,
Refill.
Refill, what do you, Coke?
Can you
Diet Coke,
please?
please.
Diet Coke? Yep.
Coke.
Diet Coke?
Are you thinking that somebody would need to be there to
I mean, all we have to
take
do.
the point of the
That's one way
apartment?
you
I
can
mean,
do
all we
it.
have to do is catch him with his pants down.
Use what software?
So what
Or send it to this.
yeah.
So-
Otherwise, you can.
No,
try
I'm
to
thinking,
create
like,
some kind
we
of-
don't really have to
allow you
even
roll a software roll,
forge
you can
anything
create a
at all.
program to
We
try to
could just
catch
pay for his
anything
stay
that
there.
came from
Well, if he pays out,
I think
it
he's
doesn't matter.
trying to get him
Otherwise,
to
you try to
respond
do
to us rather than
I'll
responding
do
to
that.
that party.
Okay.
And needs him
That's
to
the
look like
forgery.
the message was actually sent from there rather than us.
6 hits.
So,
You have created some program. You're not sure if it'll
I mean,
work.
don't get me wrong, it's a great idea to pay for it
confident?
because your side is setting up the draw to come in. We're just sending out
and
he's
with
sending
that,
out the message
anything
to
else I need to
make
do
it look
in this
legit,
thing?
like they are actually saying, "Hey, come on in."
Make him
Thank you.
an appointment for Sunday, I guess, if he chooses. I mean,
Yeah, we'll have to make an appointment in the red.
this is not really my plan.
Well,
so
I don't want to make an
really have
appointment
anything
for him. I
it.
want him to contact them back and say, yes, I'm coming in response to this.
Yeah, that's why I set up the thing. To set
And so what'll happen is he'll say, yes, I'm coming. We'll get that information and we can take it from there.
Oh, all right.
So, okay.
But should I still pay for it and wait for him to get there?
No.
Only if he takes
I don't
the.
think
bait.
Only if he takes the deed.
Basically just fishing.
But you would need I would need to set up the appointment beforehand. You can't just like 5 minutes. Hey, I'm paying for this.
Yeah,
Well, but he has a full-
I could also just we're doing it that way. I could also just mark that it was paid.
That's true. They're
It
not going
depends
to look
on-
at their records until days after.
Then we artificially create the need of urgency. At which point
Yeah.
we've got a timeline for you to be able to set up the appointment. If he doesn't respond back by a certain time, you don't have to set up the appointment.
That's true. For me and him, it was just sort of ad hoc. But if we've got access to the server, we can just state paid in advance.
Or comp.
Yeah.
The other problem with that though is that I don't think we have access to the server for long.
No, that's
And
the
this,
thing.
You get a ping back.
if we're going back and having him
hours
pay for
later,
it, then it actually shows up legit
Yeah, sounds good.
and everything's taken care of.
Okay, actually, before I left, I was going
That's
to
another
do
damn
a
place.
file and just quicken down for
Yeah.
having
Yeah, there's some down.
Damn.
a appointment show up on Sunday.
Okay, go ahead and make that roll.
That file is
The other thing to do though is we could pay for someone else at the same time in that room or in another room nearby to give us an excuse to have somebody inside the building.
1, 2, 3.
Nothing 12 is gonna work out.
So
Nope.
that is firewall, right?
Who has unarmed
Here's my
combat?
kids.
Me?
6, I think.
Okay, so you're going to be the grabber then.
The data processing.
We'll,
Six.
we'll need to take him
You
and
had
remove him
one
without
that hit.
hurting.
I have 6 ranks and I'm kind
Firewall is never your limit if you're attacking something.
I have heard of unarmed combat.
And with that, I'm rebooting.
Okay, today I learned I need a picture of me and my girlfriend together. Apparently not.
All right, so he said he's coming down tomorrow. There's an appointment on the books for him.
Did he give a time when he said okay to you?
Or it was a couple hours later he responded.
Yes.
Apparently I don't.
Did he
I
respond?
think you would need to, if you want to still buy a room or rent a room,
She doesn't look at pictures.
rent one for like an hour before
so
he
I
arrives.
imagine that when you sent him the
So that there's a
here's
reason
got
for one of us to
free
be
thing,
inside
we'd be like,
the
you got
building.
everything at this town.
Yeah, so
How would I rent a room?
No, I did
probably
never
would
heard.
have been earlier in the day because you wouldn't. Well, when would
I
you
don't
want
know.
it to be?
No.
Check with him about it.
Christmas.
What did he say? It probably wouldn't be able to
Like the same before
That
we
was
began going there, it's
What
erratic.
does he normally get served?
I know. I feel really bad right
Is it
now.
nor- Are they
That's why I gotta get
at
one
his
before she
place when
figures
he
that
gets
out.
home?
It's usually after, like maybe like an hour or two
And
after.
I'd say
Maybe, I
8
can
p.m.
get you from my desk.
is when his appointment's for.
Okay.
Well, it's different when
Well,
he, on his day
thank you
off.
for you thinking
Okay.
of it.
His day off can be any time they come to him.
I would
Okay.
There's a lot of erratic kind of behavior on his day
So I
off.
would think a little bit earlier would be
No.
better, except then we have the problem with daylight.
I never thought about those guys.
No problemo, dude. And I'll put my helmet on.
So, crazy thought. What if we all got appointments and were already in the building when he arrived?
Party!
I mean, not at the same time.
Oh.
How booked are they Sunday at 4 o'clock? Is there any time
8
on
o'clock.
or at
Whatever
8 o'clock?
time.
Yeah.
8 o'clock on Sunday.
Isn't
No,
it
I-
expensive? We're gonna spend more than we're gonna make.
Well, he's hacking it.
Oh.
This place is usually pretty booked.
I would not go in.
So,
No, I don't want to do that. That would look too suspicious. Having one appointment show up as possible, all of us is going to be too suspicious.
Especially
I would
since
rather
it's
be-
the next day.
Across the street with the grappling hook, ready to climb across to the rope and then drop down on him.
Yeah, so we'll just grab him either right outside or right inside or something. Just barge in and get him.
Okay.
Well,
Barge in sounds amazing.
yes, I like that.
Barges.
We'll catch him with
He likes that
alright,
plan.
we'll catch him with his pants down.
I really don't want to see
What
his
other-
sisters pants down.
So,
You keep trying that joke.
I know, eventually I'm going to succeed.
Just grab him when he has no pants on. Like,
Alright, 1 second. I
What
just.
other outside entrances are there?
what kind of blackmail are we really gonna put on
And
him?
then they're like, he's loosing the
Can I
wind.
astrally perceive the
He's gently moving that thing.
Yes, the massage parlor.
Pardon me.
Never astrally perceive it to see if there's any screws hanging around.
Yeah, you can make an astral perception check. So what does Chinese would be like?
You know what? She wants
Right?
pictures
Isn't
of me
three lucky
smiling.
Chinese?
Second smiling for photos.
3 is
There you go.
Three is lucky in pretty much
You don't see
every
any.
culture. With 3.
Can I do an
Three's like a
extended?
good number in China.
Can I do an extended task?
You can roll. Yeah, you can roll again with -1.
I mean, 10's always a lucky average. I mean,
So 8. I'll go with 8.
You're pretty confident that there's no spirits around the massage parlor.
Okay.
Is there a background account?
So are we all there, or is it just...
Yeah,
No,
like,
but a
like
mage
you.
who's there would be
Or
able
just
to see
Sarah?
I would know what.
If there's a background count.
Not outside.
Okay.
Did we all go there, or is it just...
Based on
Sarah?
the building,
I'm in the car.
how many ways in or
What's that?
out are there?
I'm sleeping in my car.
Yeah, I'm sure we're.
There's the main entrance,
Okay.
and then there's like a employee entrance in the back.
Because I can...
Okay, so
I can
there's no like roof access. Or
Got an
anything like
idea
that.
for you guys.
No.
Okay.
Okay, dude, there's no roof access.
That's fine. I was just going to go down the side of the building.
The one-story building?
Okay.
We have an
Yeah.
hour to grab him.
We have an hour. Damn, don't have time to do this. My thought was grab a gas grenade with DMSO and slab. Everybody's knocked out. We just pick them up and go.
But that would send a distress signal because of the cyberware.
No,
Yeah, but
we have a
the-
jammer.
Throw them under a directional
if we
jammer
set
and
up
blocks.
jammers, then we should be fine.
I have a gas
Right, but-
grenade.
Throw directional jammers on them. Once we got them, then isolate the signal. There's no signal getting out at
Does
that.
anyone have any...
It's by rating.
Rating 6.
I don't have any gas grenades with that. I do.
Those
She does.
Pretty sure
Okay.
they're
He
Well-
does. I don't.
I do. I have gas grenades.
What are the gas in them?
I have flashbangs.
Pepper.
I
Pepper
was-
punch.
I was looking
By chemical,
for
it says?
inhalation stuff.
I have
Pepper punch is the
I have flashbang,
Mace.
and I also have smoke grenades,
I have...
and I have
her gas grenades have the pepper punch.
pepper punch.
I have
Yeah.
high explosives, so that's probably not going to work.
Yeah.
Directional
Yeah,
jammer
that's
is
fine.
200 by rating and goes
They'll
up from
stun them to
a
death.
2F to a 12F, depending on how strong we get it.
I have high explosive mini grenades.
How long
I
range?
get.
This is a high
That's
explosive
12F.
mini grenade.
So do I.
The
An area jammer is
specific
more.
chemicals
I've got a rating
needed
for an
to,
area jammer. I want some
mix in the
directionals
gas
to
grenade that he's speaking
Put right
about.
on him.
Right.
Do you have gas grenades?
I have a contact who is a supply sergeant with connection 5.
What is the availability?
The
and what's the
directional
cost?
jammer would be the same
Okay.
price, but it would be lower in restriction.
Jeremy, what were the drugs?
I was looking at slab, which is a injection, which would need to be mixed with DMSO, or we get an injection dart of some sort.
Well, I know a street.
Okay.
I know a
You
street
don't-
doc. We can possibly get some chemicals if somehow we can insert it into
Right.
it.
I think I do too.
Why slab and not
Slab makes everyone look like they're dead.
1,000.
I have a really high drug tolerance.
And once everybody looks like they're dead, you can just sort of pick them up and carry them. The other
You'll have
option would be to
you'll have
be
to
something like
roll. You'll have to either roll yourself
Narcoject or,
You'll have to get somebody to get it because it's
um,
forbidden. You can't just go to the store to get this.
Neurostun, okay?
Neurostun, yeah.
Okay, Neurostun I have 6 of, and I can litter the building with it.
The problem that I have with Neurostun is it's a contact vector as well as inhalation. So if you get it on your skin and you don't have chem seal, you are then affected by Neurostun.
If he's only escorted by one guy, we could easily grab him and fight one guy.
Yeah.
And then we
Okay.
could get into their own car.
Yeah.
Because if he's in his own area, his jammer might not seem like he's somewhere else.
Alright. G. Roy Lincolns.
Okay.
So my contacts.
Come on, guys. This is Shadowrum. This is not an elegant game.
It can be.
It can be. We've done missions where
It's
there's
like
no fight.
roll, so you said connection 4?
Yeah.
I think the first 3 missions I had with you guys, I
Roll
didn't do
their
any fighting.
connection times 2.
And then we just started having
And
fun.
then, what's the availability?
If that's the way you want to put it, okay.
Roll dice to have fun. So the more people roll dice in combat, the more fun everyone's having.
It says both. I've seen both. They can roll their connection times 2,
Yeah.
or they roll their negotiate.
Okay. And what is this contact?
Fixer's name His name is Sparkles.
Sparkles?
Dwarf who runs a electronics store and has a immaculately waxed beard.
Okay.
How do you wax in your beard?
Go ahead and roll 10 dice.
DMSO.
To make
you
you do
said?
this.
Yeah.
That's a mustache, not a beard.
And then I roll.
I know what you-
The reason for DMSO is it changes the
Yeah.
vector that you can use something.
Does anybody else try to get an area directional jammer? Because my contact's got nothing.
Yeah. I got 4 hits. 5 hits.
I could try.
I don't know. I never had a beard.
Okay, for the 2 that we need, one is 8R, one is 5R.
You're not living.
And what are they again?
DMSO and Slash.
You can get DMSO, no problem. That's probably the 5R, right?
Yeah.
And then the 8R is what? Slab?
Yeah, my fixture.
What's your contacts?
5.
5?
I got a rating 4 contact. It was in Seattle.
Yeah, roll 10 dice.
Yeah?
All right, how did you want to do this? Because I don't have a contact directly to be able to get.
Roll your negotiate.
I will edge that.
Okay.
Black market working. You just work in the black market for that.
Am I getting these drugs or not?
That would be my suggestion. If we have other suggestions, like, I'm open to them.
Well, we'll just beat up the guy and then take the dock and duct tape him.
Then we can go that
What are we
route.
gonna do about
I'm gonna roll 10 for him, right?
That's gonna be continually sending out a signal.
I'm gonna try
Recommend it.
10.
Right,
Area
that's what-
jammer
yeah.
attached to his neck.
Well, we need to get a jammer.
I have an area jammer. I'm looking for more jammers. That's only 4 noise. I want to get more noise.
Is the jammer, what part of his body is the jammer in?
We don't know.
Okay,
The jammer
4
is
hits after an edge.
How
away
would
from him
I?
enough that it's catching his entire body.
No, the thing that's making
Well,
the
at least I'm
signal,
able to
like,
get
in his
it, just
arms,
not
where
in
he just
time.
rip it out.
Would I
Well,
only
what's
get it?
It's a 12F.
Well, that's not the. So it's the cost though. It's only a day delivery time, so you can get it. It just takes a day.
Yeah, but if we're trying to do this like now, it's
Okay.
not going to be in
Well,
time.
we're trying to do it tomorrow because it's still Saturday.
Which
Four
were you
hits?
going for? Because
We
rating
got it.
5 would be a delivery
So,
time of
what
1
was the
day. If
cost
you have
again?
net hits, it's reduced.
Cost.
I was going for a rating 6.
How much
Oh,
money
you're
do
going
you
for
need?
rating 6?
How much?
Yeah.
How much money do you need for it to be half a day?
250.
Okay, it's the same. Yeah,
How many hits
you
did you
get
get?
that.
4.
Okay, how
Pretty
many
much
doses
immediately.
do I get?
4.
Well,
So
What do I
it does
it's
increase
arriving,
the
just not in
the
time.
Delivery time, so
Well,
you can
I have
for a
some
day.
money. If we double the payment, what will it matter?
I'm sorry, how much did you
If you
say?
double,
Yeah, you can get 4 in
I believe
one
it's
right
another-
now, and then
every
you can
25%
get,
more you're willing to pay.
it'll take you
you
an
get
extra
additional
day to
die.
get any more than that.
So if we're doubling the payment, that's 4 more die.
I say we use the slab because more than likely
Can you roll
the
4 more
guy
dice
who's
to double
protecting
the
him will be able to
4 more
resist.
dice to double.
Can he roll 4 more dice?
Oh,
Then
yeah,
he still
go
gets
ahead.
to hit
Double
double.
the cost.
2 more hits.
So that would cut the delivery time in half.
So basically, you can get it right now.
Okay. So
How
I'll
much did that cost me?
It'll cost like a few hours. But
I put
Um,
1,200 in. It'd be another 1,200. I think.
All right.
yeah.
No problem.
I will
Oh, did you mark
carefully.
the appointments as paid?
I will carefully.
I just assume it's right. Why?
It really doesn't
I'm
matter.
gonna
anyways.
carefully get
He's not gonna-
the one drug out and put the others in.
What's that?
I'm switching out the gas on my gas grenades.
I just bought some empty gas grenades if you want to use one.
Okay, I'll just use those. then.
Because
I got 4 doses.
okay, I have 4
hits
gas
on first
grenades.
aid. Where are biomonitors usually installed?
I mean, it could be as simple as a bracelet.
He does. It's strictly in GM realm.
Yeah, I don't think there's any specific location of where they're installed. They can be anywhere, really.
I mean, it could even be like the EKG monitors just around your around your wrist.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, it could be in your leg too. I mean, if it's installed internally, it can be anywhere. I would imagine.
Yeah, and if it's
we have to check in when we get in.
You can see the thing inside his body with the
It's
matrix.
wirelessly active. I'd be able to find it in the matrix.
I mean,
use first aid.
It would have to be wirelessly active.
Yeah.
it could also be like a microchip implanted under the skin that transmits via Bluetooth to a watch. I mean, and the watch is the
I have a
bottom line.
combat knife. I can easily cut it out.
Does anybody?
I knew somebody.
Does anybody
I
have
have a
first aid
katana.
kit?
We can more easily cut it out.
Does anybody have a first aid
I don't think so.
I think I have a first aid kit.
I have one in the car. I didn't bring it.
kit? What rating?
I usually always have a first aid kit.
I don't think you have one.
I have a
Rating
heal spell.
car.
That's on my other character.
I have a heal spell.
Winner.
You don't need to heal him. I need the first aid kit to have the tools to take it out of him.
I can go get some needle-nose pliers.
I can't do that.
I have a grappling gun.
If it's attached to his spine, that doesn't really help us.
Can I shatter the tissues?
You want to take him alive, so.
Yeah.
All right. So I just got. I'm buying a rating 6 med kit.
Well, I know a street doc in the Sweetwater area.
This should work just as well.
Okay, so that's a backup plan.
Who has a combat knife? We might need that.
Of course. And obviously, he wants to use it way more.
I'll use all my first aid skills I don't have.
Hey, did
What's
you
your
get
logic?
first aid skills? Oh, that was a
2.
different character.
But
Hey, you're
you
moving
can
up.
use your blade skill, right?
Great!
I have 5 dice in first.
Oops.
My unarmed combat
I have 5
skill.
dice ready with
That's
first
not the
aid.
one.
I default to firearms.
If you have higher first aid, you can just let you borrow my knife.
What? Agility -1.
I have blades. I
How
have
about my
blades.
agility's an 8?
Apparently, I have 0 ranks.
I have
in
blades
first aid.
too and
I just
agility
have a really
6.
good.
If you have a magic,
I have
magic,
blades
you do
25.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it.
Okay.
I just have a really high logic.
I have a
I'd
crowbar.
be rolling the.
No, I'm
med
sorry,
kit
22.
system
Dang, I have 20
With
gives me
swords.
6 more dice.
Don't think that'll be
because of
very
my life.
useful
Yeah.
digging something out of a guy's
I
flesh.
don't. Can you?
just gotta
have
press
assist
harder.
If you don't have any skill.
Oh. Yeah, if you don't have skill points, you're gonna do an assist.
It's not a teamwork test.
No, if you don't have skills, it's just rolling twice its
doing
dice
it,
pool. Or twice its rating as a dice pool.
Essentially, it's a bigger. If I do it myself, it's a bigger dice pool.
No, it's not.
If you don't have any first
Well, how
aid.
much?
Yeah, because my logic's that high.
How easy is it to go get a first aid kit? I'm sure there
I
is.
haven't. I already got one.
All right. Well, what rating
Well,
is it?
if you're
Six.
just if you're using your skill, then the
Which means
rating
it's
should
12 dice.
Well, I have 5. I have.
Adds a bonus if you have it wirelessly active. It adds a bonus equal to its rating. To
Yeah, I guess it doesn't say that. You have
Well,
to.
I have 5 dice in first aid and 19 dice in blades.
Okay.
Anyways,
we
So
better get
clearly
there.
the doctor is qualified to operate.
The doctor is.
Plus your blade can be caught on fire, so you can
You
I can
cauterize
cauterize the wound.
it right away. That's what I was thinking. You cauterize it right
Don't worry
away.
about getting the biomonitor back out after this.
we'll worry about it in transit. Yeah, we can jam them so they don't know where we are. This guy's appointment is for 8 p.m.
Yep.
All right, I would like to get to, at least me personally, get to this place at like 1, and I'm just going to hang out, camoed, by the employee entrance.
I can sneak with you.
I was just gonna go find a bar across the street.
I'm gonna go find a roof across the street.
Or like a coffee shop or something.
Do I have time to buy 1 rank and train with 1 rank of first aid? I thought it was like an 8-hour.
It's like a day. It takes a day. Yeah, I would think so. If you spent, you'd be like kind of get close, but yeah.
I'm going
That's
to
fine.
sneak into the building and ignite 4 gas grenades containing slab, which will make anyone who doesn't have a chemical seal drop. So do you have a chemical seal?
No.
Do I have a chem seal? No. But I
You
have
have to
a.
have full body armor for that, so I don't think anybody
Yeah.
has that.
I have full body.
Yeah, a
I have
chameleon
full
suit
body
is full
armor.
body armor.
No.
No,
A chameleon suit is considered full body armor.
Oh, well,
does
then I
it have
have
a
a
chem
chemical
seal
seal.
specifically? Because full body armor is a specific armor type that can have a chem seal added.
I don't think
It's an extra
Yeah, yeah.
quality that's added on.
Oh, okay.
No,
'cause
you
I have a
just
chame-
said-
I thought you
have
could
a
have full
chameleon
body
suit.
armor, and
No,
chem
no.
seal is totally separate from it.
Yeah, but
That's
you
just-
have to get
yeah.
it as an upgrade. This
Oh
is
no,
off
I just
of,
have a basic chameleon suit.
You
Let's see,
added
what armor do
chem
I
seal
have?
onto your chameleon suit? Is that
Yes.
what you're saying?
Okay.
If you had it on, yeah, that's fine. As long as you take it.
I know you. I remember you saying that you did some
I mean,
upgrades too.
Based on what a chameleon suit does, it has to be sealed.
And they're also good for plumbing.
I have diving gear.
So you're gonna walk in and like,
Across the street,
well,
there's a guy in a wetsuit hanging out on a bar roof.
He's in a priest's outfit.
No, I have a long coat over it.
But I wasn't gonna sneak inside. I was
No,
just
no,
gonna
no.
sneak.
Priest outfit.
Be
Then you can be
sneaky
a holy
out
diver.
there, outside,
Around.
because I'm normally really obvious.
So
you're
are
a
there
big
All right. So what are y'all doing?
are
I'm
there any
sitting
coffee
in the car,
shops or
that's far away.
bars?
In the rigger carcoon?
yeah,
Yeah,
Same
boy.
thing I've been doing all night.
Are there any coffee shops or bars like close by to this?
Yeah, this is a commercial zone, so yeah, there's stuff.
I'm ready to pick
What time
people
is
up
it?
and leave as quick as possible.
I mean, it's the day of, so not yet 8 o'clock, so whenever. Like, I'm just.
Okay, I check for spirits again.
So the best part is this took till 7:30,
Okay.
so this plane now has to work.
I'll just say you still don't find any
Yeah, we gotta start moving.
around
Yeah.
there. Right.
I have
Like,
4 hits and
okay.
I'm kind
Up
of sneaky.
until 8 o'clock.
To
You
be
don't see
fair,
any
like an
spirits.
hour of it
Okay.
is taken
After
out by
that,
dirty
you can check
jokes.
again.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm approximating.
I know. We're not up to form at all tonight.
So I would hang out on a roof across the street.
Or not.
All right, everybody who is trying to be sneaky,
I have 4 hits. I'm trying
roll
to be sneaky.
sneaky.
Can I buy hits?
Let me know if you have any stuff that makes you extra sneaky.
Chameleon suit, but you knew about that.
And that's like minus what to
Yes,
perception
that's
checks?
Wireless.
Add to your limit. And if it's wireless, you get a +2 bonus side bonus.
Oh, you add to yours, not subtract?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
So wireless is what?
Your man suit is add 2 dice to your sneaking test.
All right.
I'll only give you +2 to your limit.
I finally get to use the chameleon suit I bought a character for.
I have full armor
Your suit
on
gives you +2, you said?
and a riot
It's
shield,
wireless
but I
one.
do not. I left the machine gun in the
Chameleon
room.
suit.
I didn't know that.
I wait in the car with him.
This is not a time to shoot a machine gun.
No, it is not.
8 hits.
Yeah.
Is that, and that's below your limit?
Yeah, my physical limit is, well, it'd be 11 with the chameleon suit.
Okay. Robbie.
No, you don't automatically add dice. You add dice that you roll.
No.
No, you also.
No, it ups my limit.
Classical music.
I also got 8.
Anyone
Like-
who's
Brock, you said you got 4,
Like,
right? Brock?
bacon
Brock.
dip?
Yep, 4. And I do not have the machine gun. It's in the car.
Which one?
Doug?
2,
Okay.
and I got 4 hits on my composure roll.
Okay,
Fourth?
what's that?
Fifth? Third?
4.
Thrill Seeker.
It's on shuffle, so it's going from one to the next and next.
Okay, you
and
got
then
5
another.
recourse, and this is on sneaky.
Can I change it to jazz?
also anybody who's
Okay, I'm over to
anybody who allowed me to slave your pan to me is running silent.
Okay.
Doing so.
My meta link has disappeared.
Okay.
Wait, I'm not cooking.
I turned your metal link off. You didn't notice.
Well, I probably would because that's running the fake sin on
Well,
it.
can I slate my top to you?
Your what?
My top.
Why am I wanting to attack?
Well, I don't have a
Well,
pan.
you're plotting the thing. You know, you're not being particularly thrilling right now. So,
I got 2 6s in a
Good.
all right. He also has thrill seeker, so
Thrill
I made
seeker, force
him.
up, yeah, force up and go thrill seeker. So that's
Everybody's going.
the most dangerous way possible.
Okay.
Why do you think I've been fighting for this roof
So-
access?
You're hanging out on the building, right?
You know, if it's only one floor, I'm not going to bother rappelling down. I'm just going to jump.
Employee entrance.
Okay.
Basically, went there really, really early, turned on the chameleon suit. and
They
just-
already got him. They're dragging him out, and
And
you
I
just drop
sat
on
and
him.
waited until somebody opened the
You're
door
like, ha-ha! Oh, wait, it's done.
for more than 3
Oh.
seconds, at which point dash in.
Pretty much.
Okay. Beavis, where are you at? Yeah,
We'll be in the same
this is
place.
the
that I
setup.
am.
with
Remember,
him. I'm
that
with-
worked. That did not work last time.
Oh, I'm gonna be with him. No.
No, that's not.
Okay, you're with him. Brock, where are you?
I'm like outside,
Why?
like nearby, like a dumpster.
Look, can I
trash
just be
can,
more
like,
meekness
around
so
the
he's
side.
not with me?
Just kind of like hanging out. I'm out front.
Roof across the street.
Are you pretending to be a bum?
Yeah.
So, front of the building, cars somewhere nearby. I want to have, if possible, visual on the front door and our getaway car. And just hiding.
Okay.
in that.
Yes.
All right.
I'm out front, just kind of like hanging out, being kind of sneaky-ish as I can be. For someone as
Do
big
you
as I
have
am.
did you add a chemical seal?
No.
Okay, you don't want to go in with me.
Okay, I'm not with him because he has a chemical seal. I'm just,
I do have a high resistance to chemicals.
I'm a
You
topiary.
probably could.
I probably
How much
could.
damage does it do?
I'm a topiary.
What?
He's a bush.
I mean, it could be worse. He could be a shrubbery. Then we'd have to call up knights.
Roger.
Also Roger.
Speed, 2 combat
Okay.
turns.
Is there anything else
Power
anyone
16.
wants to do before 8 o'clock?
Oh, I know what I would like to have done 2 days ago, so it's here in time for 8 o'clock,
Okay.
but no.
Is there? Am I inside the building?
Yeah, your 8 hits would
The
allow
thing
you
I wanted
inside
to
the
do at that
building.
point is
Okay, so now I'm just avoiding
Slab.
people and
15 years
I'm
past.
not placing the grenades.
Duration is 10 minus body in hours.
Because I'm not having those. Well, no, they're slave
10 minus
deals.
what's your body? What
Yeah,
is-
I'll go ahead. The
9.
wire, the grenades can also
Minimum
be
1 hour.
activated wirelessly.
Yeah, you can still activate it wirelessly. I'm just covering your stuff.
Yeah, so I can.
After they go off, I
I
could
can
probably
slave
head
the
in.
grenades to you as well, correct?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't affect me as much as they'd already gone off.
Okay,
What's the power on those?
I'm checking right now.
Slab, 16.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's rough. Because you don't get any armor, so it's just pure body. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus
I'm not
any-
gonna be
any
near
toxin
that.
defense you get.
Be
Perception
probably
plus
12 dice.
intuition at
The
threshold
vector
of
for
6.
slab says injection.
Right, that's why you get the DMSO.
My injection would be 12
I
dice
bought
It
against it.
aerosolizes, I guess.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh yeah, slab isn't in this. Okay. Never mind.
Alright, well, when they roll up, I'm going to roll perception and have an image link rolling for you guys who aren't.
Okay. And he, I think, was in the car being Astro. We're going to go ahead and move on.
Okay.
Thanks for sticking with us for another episode. This is your host and frequent GM, Jeremy. At this time, the bar is closed, so we'll have to settle up our tab. The Tops Company Incorporated has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sounds, audio, video, and or any proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Tops Company Incorporated has granted permission to the Shadowrum podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Shadowrum podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. All other works mentioned on the Shadowrum podcast are the property of their respective owners. The Shadowrum podcast is recorded under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial 4.0 International License. If you have any questions about what that entails, please contact them at creativecommons.org. The music used on the Shadowrum podcast has been Lee Rosevere. Lee's music can be found at bandcamp.com. The intro music was Glass Android, and the outro music was Max Flashback. The Shadowrum podcast is hosted digitally by The Relative Dimension as part of the Relative Dimension Podcast Network. You can reach out to them at relativedimension.com. You can reach the Shadowrum Podcast through Twitter at Shadowrum Podcast PDCST or via email at shadowrum.podcast@gmail.com. That's shadowrum, R-U-M, .podcast@gmail.com. Again, this is Jeremy reminding you to please drink responsibly, follow the laws about drinking ages in your area of the world, and see you guys in the shadows, Shummer.